Bonjour, j'espère que vous allez très bien. After could, after would, now, how to say should in French with your French tutor online, Pascal, and FrenchSpanishOnline.com. So, let's see, the same structure, we are going to see the same thing. First, should conditional. When should conditional, I mean conditional of shall. So in this case, if you want to translate I should go, which is the conditional of I shall go, in French we are going to use the proper conditional of the verb to go, because it's not a compound verb in French. It's just a verb with a different ending. So I should go is j'irai. And after, of course, we have the normal form of the conditional mood in French. You would go, tu irais. He would go, il irait. We should go, nous irions, etc. Vous iriez, ils iraient, elles iraient. So here it's the proper conditional mood to translate I should go. Let's see now the past event. Well, a sentence like this one, you should have been a doctor. You remember what we said about could and would? It works here too. We don't have in French auxiliary verbs like should, could or would, just avoir and être. So to translate you should have been a doctor in French, you must start with to have, but conditional form. So, tu aurais dû être docteur. It's the translation of you should have been a doctor. So what is dû here with the circumflex accent? It's the past participle of the verb devoir, devoir, which is here the translation of should. You should have, tu aurais dû in French. Tu aurais dû être docteur. And you remember here there is no indefinite article before doctor in French. Should you decide to come later? You may know this structure more in the UK when should means if. Should you decide to come later? So in French, you don't have such a structure, so you need to translate it using if. And you remember that after the if conditional, it is not the conditional mood, but the imperfect tense. Si vous deviez venir plus tard, and deviez here is the imperfect tense, indicative mood of course, of the verb devoir. Si vous deviez venir plus tard, ou dans le cas où vous veniez plus tard, etc., etc., a way to translate should you decide to come later. Let's see now when should means an obligation, an invitation, a thing like that. Well, in this case, in French, we are not going to use the conditional mood structure, but a proper verb. How to translate I should, you should, he should in this case? Well, in French, we are going to use the verb devoir again, but this time the conditional mood of this verb. Je devrais, tu devrais, il devrait, nous devrions, vous devriez, il devrait. How to use this form now when should means an obligation, invitation, a possibility, etc., etc. Well, for example, you remember the first example we had at the beginning of the lesson, I should go. I should go was the conditional of I shall go, but here it's different. It's something you want to do yourself. I should go because it's time. Well, in French, we are going to translate this way, je devrais y aller. So here we've got our verb devrait. And you remember that in short sentence, the verb to go in French doesn't like to be alone. So we add I, the Y here, the letter Y. The meaning is there. I should go there. It's all the time like that. Je devrais y aller. Another example, should I go? The question, well, the same thing. Devrais-je y aller? Devrais-je y aller? Je devrais y aller. Devrais-je y aller? In this case, we use the verb devoir. Another example, you should know that. You should know that. Okay? Tu devrais savoir que, etc. And if you are speaking to several people or just formal way, vous devriez savoir que. You should know that. tu devrais savoir que, vous devriez savoir que. So in this case, you remember, should means obligation, etc. You need a proper verb like devoir, conditional mood. Ok? Allez, c'est fini. Merci d'avoir suivi encore une fois cette vidéo avec moi. J'espère que vous apprenez beaucoup. Alors, au revoir et bon français!